He's 63 years old, but says his body is biologically 20 years younger. New York Times bestselling author and wellness expert Dr. Mark Hyman says aging is a disease that can be treated, prevented, and reversed by understanding the root causes.
His new book explores the biological hallmarks of aging. It's called Young Forever, The Secrets to Living Your Longest, Healthiest Life. And Dr. Hyman joins us now with more. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for joining us this morning. We hear so much advice about, in particular, about diet. And we hear about these different types of diets. And one of the things I saw on here is that you kind of recommend a Pegan diet, which I've never heard of before. So if you could explain what that is.
Sure. So, most of us really think that aging is a time of decline and decrepitude. But the truth is that that's mostly abnormal aging, and we can reverse our biological age even as we get chronologically older. That's why I'm 20 years younger biologically than I am chronologically. And a lot of it has to do with food. And the way to eat for longevity is very simple. You need to realize that sugar and starch and processed foods are going to accelerate every aspect of aging, and you should cut out ultra-processed foods completely. You should reduce and dramatically limit sugar and starch, flour. Second is you want the right amount of protein, and protein is such an important part of healthy aging because as you age, you lose muscle. To build muscle, you need protein, and you usually need good quality animal protein, about maybe 30 grams the size of your palm, 3 times a day. And that's really important because you have to activate this muscle synthesis. When you lose muscle, you become frail and weak and metabolically in poor health. And third, you want to increase the amount of phytochemicals, compounds in plants that are medicinal. These colorful, bright reds, yellows, greens, orange, blues. These have medicines in them, and they activate your longevity switches to actually turn on these innate healing system that you have. We basically have run roughshod over, so we can literally activate our body's own longevity pathways simply by following some simple nutritional principles.
What about oils? I can never remember what's the bad oil and what's the good oil.
Well, the thing is we do need an oil change in America. We're eating a lot of processed oils, refined oils. We should be eating mostly olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, or staple oil, little avocado oil, coconut oil is okay. I think grass-fed butter or ghee is fine. Sometimes if they're unrefined seed or bean oils, they can be okay, but you have to be very careful and not over consume these processed oils.
I think sometimes when we talk about, okay, these are the things that you should try to focus on when you're eating, and some people have a tendency then, like everything that they're eating, they're trying to, put a file chart of everything that they've had in a meal. So how do you recommend going about your daily life and still making sure that you're enjoying your meals without getting too caught up in what you're consuming?
Oh, absolutely. It's not about being obsessive.
Yes,
it's about just learning the basic principles. Your body needs certain things to thrive and other things make it fail. So, just creating a simple model of eating protein for breakfast, protein and fats. So you can have eggs, avocados, tomatoes, a protein shake, which is what I often do with whey protein, which is great for building muscle. For lunch, I'll have, a big salad and maybe throw in a can of salmon or a piece of chicken and lots of nuts and seeds, things like, pumpkin seeds, avocados, olives, good fats. And then for dinner, I'll have usually a piece of protein like chicken, fish, or meat. And then I'll have mostly plants on my plate. So 75% of my plate is colorful fruits and vegetables. And it's pretty simple to do that. And people can follow that without having to be too restrictive.
Yeah.
And stress is another important ingredient, which I think can be alleviated through exercise, where some people who don't exercise look at it as something that you do to build muscle or all these things, but it's a great stress reliever.
Well, sure. I mean, if you're a zebra running from a lion, you release tons of stress chemicals and you run them off, basically, when you're running away from the lion. So we just keep running all the time. And I think we have to find ways to reset our nervous system, whether it's meditation, yoga, breathing, exercise. But there's also actually good stresses that the body needs us. And we've been so coddled in our life. We don't have periods of starvation. We don't really have to move our bodies. We're in perfectly temperature controlled environments. And the truth is, if we practice a little bit of stress, for example, not eating for 12, 14, 16 hours a day, which we should do to give our bodies a break to heal. If we move our bodies using resistance training, that's stressing our muscles, running or doing cardio. And then there's other kinds like heat and cold therapy, which are powerful resets to the nervous system, but also activate so many of these longevity pathways in the body. Cold plunges, cold showers, hot baths, sauna. There's a lot of ways to do it, but it's really a powerful way to create something called hormesis, which is a good stress that doesn't kill you, but makes you stronger.
All right.
I'm curious what your take is on alcohol. We hear so much about, hey, you know, a glass here of red wine, a glass here of red wine might actually have some health benefits, but what's your take on it?
Yeah, I traveled a lot of the blue zones and Icaria and Sardinia, and they certainly drank wine. But the
Yeah.
truth is, they had everything else right. They eat only real food. They move their bodies naturally. They have deep sense of connection and community and meaning and purpose. They live in a very natural way, and they can have a glass of wine here and there. But the truth is that no amount of alcohol is really safe. If we look at the data, it increases cancer risk. It increases all sorts of neurodegenerative diseases. And I think, we've come to think that, a glass of red wine is a healthy behavior. It's not. So if you want to use it, understand it's a drug, understand it's powerful, understand that you can have it occasionally, but it should not be a staple in your life.
All right, Dr. Hyman, thank you. You can get more at youngforeverbook.com and also on Dr. Hyman's websites and socials. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.